Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
From the gun, and he'll be brought down a yard gain on the play. A gain of 5 good enough for the first down.
Okay, great.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Start. 79. Now Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
Complete to number 8.
After getting this one across the
at the 42-yard line.
So give him
it's a gain of 5.
The pitch and
brings up second
and it'll be second down.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go. Cup 19. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete
70
pass.
Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. 18 Pioneer.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Daniels looking to throw. Working the middle of the field. He's going to incomplete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's a short one pulled in by center. Caught a gain of 6 on the play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
This team because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it. And occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now get some of those big shots downfield.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
In motion right, Debo. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Daniels
dependable safety
intended for his running
games
back out of the backfield.
his first read was covered.
Brings
Just
up
unable to
3rd
connect.
down
So the
and
play
4.
results in no gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Ready.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Intended for Marquise Brown.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk, set, 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Ready.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is taken in at the 5. Jalen Waddle
Washington.
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set
now
to kick
this
off.
one away. And they'll start this drive just
The
across the
Seahawks take
30.
over
Pretty
first
nice
and
work on
10
the return.
at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to clear off from
Milrose
reaching the end zone the last time.
intended
So
for
have they been able to keep
Elijah
themselves
Arroyo.
mentally
Okay,
sharp
ready?
and into this game, even though they
In
haven't been
second
on the
down
field.
and 10.
And you and I both
Get
know
it.
one big play, though, gets them right back
18.
up to that level.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warrior 70, me.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's
Intended
incomplete.
for Ken Walker.
Tough series for the
Incomplete.
passing game. Things just aren't
Brings up
clicking.
third
But
down
they come through on
and
this
10.
play and get the series back on track
Trap
with a
50,
completion for enough yardage for a first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his receiver, Blaine. And he's going to have the Seahawks first down as they're able to gain a 17 conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard
First and
line.
10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That will go for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
On the year.
It's a gain
They've
of
been
8.
playing their best
Brings up
football of the
second
year.
and
Winners
2.
of 4 in a row.
Let's go
And I
now.
thought that they played pretty well last
Cowboy
week.
80.
Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on
Let's go.
display in that victory.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34.
Gain of 10 yards.
Here's first and 10.
The
Cougar
Seahawks
19.
first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's able to mow his way down to the 16-yard line.
18 more
Another
yards.
big hitter there. This one
That's
good for
another
18.
Seahawks
How many times do we say in this
down.
game is speed kills,
First
and it
and
does it in
10
so
at the
many different
16-yard
ways.
line.
In this case, you got a back who's quick
70
and
Rangers. Yep,
shifty.
here we go,
Can
here
make
we go.
moves, make people miss,
Yep,
but also
80.
gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Milrose pass. Intended for Jalen
Great
Lane.
coach said football is a really simple
Incomplete.
game. Rush
On the
the
jump.
edge,
Coverage by
protect yours.
Mikey
And he's talking about those
Sainristil.
guys throwing the football.
Go.
In this situation, the rush won,
Cougar
hitting the
Knights,
quarterback
Buffalo
and forcing him
18.
into an incompletion.
19 Lion. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Torrey Woods, 16-yard touchdown.
Jason Myers
Add
for the
on
extra
to their
point.
advantage.
Makes the score Seahawks 16. Commanders 8. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick to 25.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Hawk.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go. Set. 60, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Debo going in motion left. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And just not enough on the throw there. Down on his feet and
Intended for Marquise Brown.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude.
It leads to
but I
second
think
and
it's safe
10.
to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get it. 68, 18, Pioneer.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Ready, ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Samuel in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up.
Daniels pass.
The contact
intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. 3 and
No flags
out.
coming out of the pocket of the
Down.
officials.
Ready, set.
Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
I got him. On me. Tag. 70 Lions. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Scoop.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in. That was good timing. And they'll be taken down.
It's a gain of
Before they
49.
reach the 50.
That's
They go
good
for it on
for a
4th down, and
Commanders
it pays off
first
big
down.
time as they pick up 29.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Washington first down.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for around 3 yards, but no more than
He was
that.
tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Viking 18. Trap 60. Trap. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Daniels pass. Intended for Jalen Waddle.
That's a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it
Davis
difficult
there
for
on
the
the
quarterback
cover.
to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Lion.
Back to throw. Daniels. Will try and do this himself. Opted to run for it. The decision of Goodwin. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It's a gain of 14
Now
yards.
that's a quarterback who's in charge out
That's
there right
good
now.
for a Washington
Wants to
first
down.
down.
Doesn't find
Here
anyone
we
to
go.
run.
10
Tucks
at
it
the
away.
32-yard
And
line.
picks up the first down, not by a little, but by plenty.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. 60 Mavericks. 67 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Yeah, that one drops down.
Daniels
Incomplete.
pass.
Good coverage
Intended
there.
for
Forced the
Terry
ball
McLaurin.
free, and it's 2nd
Incomplete.
down.
Brings up
Give some credit
2nd
to the
and
defender
10.
on that when he read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
Ready up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. Eagle, 60 Eagle. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Hey, smash. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking for the corner, and he's got him.
Daniels
9 yards, not quite enough. And they'll bring up now a 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready. Bronco 80. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Chop 60, Chop 60.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Take go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his running back over the backfield.
A gain of 6.
And he's going to have a Commander's
That's
first down and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 6.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's
Daniels' pass intended for his running back out of the backfield.
Initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his
Jr.
running
on
back.
the coverage.
Successfully.
Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
now Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Daniels' pass.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it
to
just
number
shy
8.
of the 10 at the 11.
It's a gain of 6.
Okay, break.
Makes it
Come
3rd
19.
and
Come
4.
19. Down. 1970 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's
Daniels'
just going to be
pass.
short here.
Complete to
Barely,
Terry
maybe by
McLaurin.
half a foot. It'll be 4
4-yard
inches.
gain. Brings
Now
up
the
4th
Seahawks
down.
call the second
and
of
less
their
than a
3
yard.
timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th
Let's go
and
now.
inches.
Panther 11. Panther 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Chop 60. Chop 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go.
Washington will line up with a 2-point conversion.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
The picked on attempt is
Witherspoon.
good.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard
Commanders
line.
14. Bradley
So
Pinion
not much
set to
time to
kick off.
speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage
Seahawks
there by
take
the
over
kid team to
first
bring
and
that
10
return to an abrupt
at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Now a single in time.
Kenneth Walker in the ball carrier.
9 seconds
The
to go
tackle
in this
made at
first
the
half of play.
24-yard line.
Here's
It's a
second and
pickup
4
of 6.
from the 24.
Brings up
Seven
second and
Pirates,
4.
seven Pirates. Here we go. Cougar 19. Cougar 19.
They're even on the ground again here. On the right sideline. And they'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of
And what was the
35.
nickel look defensively?
That's
So they
good
had
for
5
a
defensive
Seahawks
backs in there.
first
Didn't
down.
help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel
Jason
look, 5
Myers
sets,
for
5
the
DBs.
Seahawks
But
field
what
goal.
also happens then?
A
You take a big body off
58-yard
the field
attempt.
and insert that gun to build off for a run. And oftentimes you can run the football
Makes the
effectively
score
against that defense.
Seahawks 19. Commanders 14. Bradley Pinion set to
The
kick off.
Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in
The
all,
Seahawks
pretty
take
solid
over
return.
first
Nearly
and
got it
10
to the 35.
at
They'll
their
mark him
own
down officially at
34-yard
the
line.
34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Set it. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He's brought down at the 42-yard
First
line.
down run.
8
Call it
yards on the pickup.
And
Brings
it's
up
second and 2.
Ready. Panther 60. Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Running left is Walker. And they'll only get a yard to bring up fourth and one.
Hawk 70.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. This one had
The wide receiver in the ball carrier.
He's going to be swallowed up right
Eman
away.
Mori on the stop.
They call it
A loss of a yard.
there. And
It's
that'll
4th
bring
down.
up 4th down.
Down. Viking 18. 70 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. It is caught. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 15
Curious
yards.
decision to go for
And
it,
the
but it
Seahawks
pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer. And that.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo's pass. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it
4
second down.
yards on the pickup.
60 Maverick. 60
Second
Maverick.
and
Come on.
6.
Come on. Set.
At the Commanders'
79
38-yard
Bronx.
line.
19 Lions. Let go.
They'll set up a throw. And that's
Milrose
behind his man. He missed
intended
one
for
complete.
Elijah Arroyo.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought
Brings
he
up
was seeing the
3rd down
coverage that was
and
there.
6
Tried
yards
to
to
force
go.
it in.
18
That one he's
Rambo.
fortunate,
18
just fell
Rambo.
incomplete.
Ready. 65. Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
A gain of 12
Nifty bit of
yards.
scrambling there.
That's
12
good
yards,
for a
first down.
Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard
Here we go.
line.
Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Chop 60. Chop 60. Mustang 9. Warrior 70. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Milrose pass
Through the contact.
intended
Brings
for
up
Kenneth
second
Walker.
down.
Incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running
It's
back
now
coming out of the
second and
backfield
10.
because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one
19
up.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw now on second and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be
Milrose
staring at a
pass.
third and 8 coming up.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third
Cup
and
19,
8.
Cup 19. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will score. Touchdown, taking it in from 23. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff in third quarter and drive right down the field.
Makes the score Seahawks 26. Commanders
And it gives his
14.
guys a 12-point advantage.
Michael Dixon to kick off
The
for
kick unit
Seattle.
for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Great return, solid field position. He's up
Washington
all
will
the
take
way
over
to the
first and
45-yard line.
at their own
It's
45-yard
the third
line.
quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive.
Got
What
it.
a great
Ready?
way to get set up.
Panther 11,
Out there set
Panther
ready
11.
for this next
Let's go
drive, the
now.
Washington offense.
860,
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if this time is they can use those offensive rebounds when they get
Jaden
it.
Daniels
Come out a little bit more charged up.
a 10-yard
If
loss
they
on
get
the
some kind
play.
of points here,
It's
the next
second
drive,
down.
that can make this a three-possession game.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
Cowboy 80. 65 trap 60, trap 6. Mustang 19. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Daniels pass.
Hurry,
This is
hurry,
Williams. It
hurry,
does
hurry.
indeed. The conversion is
12
up.
yards on the play. But it's third down.
Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. He's going to have a Commander's first
It's a
down
gain of
as they're able to
11.
get the third down
And a
conversion.
19 Tiger, 60 average. Here we go, here we
First
go.
and 10 at the
Hawk
42-yard
70,
line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
To the air goes Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McCoy. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second TD of the game, his sixth of the year. And the Commanders have
Joey
come
Sly
back with
lining
a
up for
score.
the point after.
This
His
time
kick
the extra
is
point
good.
up and good.
Makes the
That
score
will get one
Seahawks
closer.
26. Commanders 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one not
The
returnable.
Seahawks take
Not
over
by a long
first and
stretch over
10
the back line of the
at
end
their
zone,
own
so that's going to be
35-yard
spotted
line.
up at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Try to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't
intended for Jalen Lane.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute.
At the 35-yard line.
The ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
70, Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
Now back to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Jalen
Just
Lane.
dropping a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as
Brings
a
up a
touchdown.
third down.
But in contention for the
yards
first
to
2
go.
downs. Has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he caught by Cup. And his effort won't do it. He needed to get to the field. He's a yard or two short.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Ready, ready?
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot
Intended for
convert, and they
Cooper
turn
Kupp.
it over.
Incomplete.
Boy, a curious
turnover
decision
on
to go
down.
for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go. 60 Bobcats. This Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride.
It's a gain of 18.
Is out of bounds, but that
And Washington
inside the
first down.
It's a
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Final minute now. The
Warriors
third
17.
quarter.
Come on. Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Card. 19 type. 19 type. 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick. 6 Buffalo 18. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. This is caught. And St. Rose, he gets it to the one.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another.
Cougar Knights.
Washington Commanders.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
First and goal, Washington.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in.
Ball carried by
No
number 8.
single yet. I don't think he
Stop
got
short
in.
of the
He
goal
didn't
line.
mark him.
No gain on the play. Leads to
No
second
gain on
and
the
goal.
play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Washington with a football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Malik Willis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Commanders will line up for the two-point
79
conversion.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. And now they can't convert. So they try to find the lead out to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
Seahawks 26.
taken down just
The
past
Seahawks
the 20,
take over
about the
first and
21-yard
10
line.
at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Check that. Check.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a Seahawks first down as they'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Bronco. Check. Ready.
Back to Walker on first down. Takes it to about the 37.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go now. Warriors 70. Say, hey. Get up.
Second and 6. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the Jalen Lane out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up
They're
third
going to
down.
need 6 yards here if they
yards
hope
to
to
go.
move the chains.
Mustang 19. 76. Go street. Ready.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there,
Milroy's
incomplete.
pass. Intended for Elijah Arroyo. Incomplete.
Both levels doing their
Trey
jobs in
Beavers
tandem. The
on the
back helping
coverage.
the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
One score down. Here we go.
Buffalo
They're going to go
18.
for it here on fourth
Bronco
down.
80.
Hey, switch!
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 53
First and
yards.
goal, and defensively, all
That's
they can do
good
is
for
shake
the
their
Seahawks.
heads. Not only did
First
they allow
down.
the conversion,
Come
but
on.
big
Pass the
play as
six.
First
well.
down and goal to
Don't
go.
be lying.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's
Milroy's pass.
incomplete.
Intended for Jalen Lane. Incomplete.
Force the ball into double
Leads to
coverage.
second and goal.
Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight. You just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Ready.
Trying the left side with Walker.
Ken Walker.
As he takes it from the
Check.
10.
With the 6-yard
Luka
line.
19.
Tired
4
bodies
yards on the
that
pickup.
field, but this
18
is a
Rattler,
third
18
and
Rattler.
third and goal.
70 Timberwolf. Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's
The
going to go
quarterback
ahead and
sack.
send it back at the 13-yard line.
A loss of 7
Nightmare on
yards.
third and goal.
It's
He's
fourth and
sacked, and
goal.
multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Jason
So here we
Myers
go.
on for the
Maybe the
field goal.
biggest kick of the game.
A
Fourth down.
30-yard attempt.
Myers' kick
The
is
kick
good.
is
And they have taken the lead here in
Makes
the
the
fourth
score
quarter.
Seahawks
So the
29.
drive here ends with a field
Commanders
goal. It does give them the
27.
lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of
Washington
their mind,
takes
they're thinking,
over
"Might just
first
score a
and 10
touchdown and seal
at their
this
own
thing."
20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
The ball carried by
That's the
number
25 and the
8. He was brought
26.
down at the 26. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, Dragon 60, Warriors 70.
To throw is Daniels. And that'll be incomplete.
Daniels took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Couldn't hang on third down.
Brings up third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
60 Eagles, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Chop 60, chop 60. Cup 19, Cup 19, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for a Commander's
Here's first and 10.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes it to about the 37.
Get back to the defense for stringing that play out. And
a 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk Mustang 19. Panther 11, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Motion left. Now Daniels. He's taken down.
Jaden Daniels sacked.
In there to get him, and on the season that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Bronco 80. 18, Rock Buffalo 18. 19, Lions. Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Jaden Daniels.
He's taken down off the line. A huge play at this point in the game.
Fourth down.
John Franklin Myers in there to take it down, and the clock will roll. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's fourth and long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 bucks, Dragon 60. Go.
Daniels going to throw for it. He had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Intercepted.
Line of scrimmage,
Result
the 15.
of the play
It's
is a
first and 10.
turnover on downs.
Hawk 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check go.
At the middle of the run, it's Walker. And he is open for the touchdown. Kenneth Walker is a rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to play on in the fourth quarter lead. Extra point up there by Rose. And it might seal the deal. That makes it a 2-30 game here with not a lot of time remaining.
27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Go. 70 Rangers, Warriors 70. Cup 19, Cup 19, 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
The nice thing is that you still got all your timeouts. So you guys should still be an option, especially when you see the defenders pitching the
keep it himself. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Get it. Drop 60. This Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he gets this up to the 34.
Daniels on the scramble.
He didn't like what he saw downfield. Decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Buffalo
Hard to
18.
catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. At the 40-yard line, that's where the return
Daniels
stops.
pass.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That one looks like his throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for
I
Jackson
think he's got to be
Smith
careful
in
not to
Jigba.
force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any
Vic
throwing
Eman
lanes.
Warren
But the best
is
part for
covering.
him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And off here to Walker. A nice burst there as he take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
On the give, it's Walker. Down to the 25.
Kenneth Walker, the ball carrier.
Washington now going to use the
Tackled at the
first of their
25-yard
3
line.
timeouts.
That's a gain of 3.
As the clock will
It's
stop with
3rd
34
and
seconds to
7.
go in the game.
Tag. Panther 60. Panther 60. Get up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's into double coverage and intercepted.
Milrose pass. Intercepted by Washington. Commanders take over 1st
It's a
and 10.
touchback.
At their own
They'll take
3-yard
over
line.
at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Set. 19 tight. Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Daniels
And
pass.
his guys are going to take over
Intercepted.
at the 39-yard
The
line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
There's a time and a place for
39-yard
everything.
line.
Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just run it into the goal.
Ken Walker is the ball carrier.
Not in this situation.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15
Jason
seconds to play
Myers
in the
for
ball
the
game.
Seahawk field goal. A 54-yard
kick
attempt.
is good. And will extend their lead even further.
Makes the
So they
score
settle for
Seahawks
just the 3.
39.
But clearly right now, anything
Commanders
counts trying to solve this
27.
away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so mission accomplished is darn close.
But a nice return sets them
Washington
up
will
pretty
take
good
over
here right
1st
at the
and 10
30-yard line.
at their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
18. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away.
Daniels pass. Intended for Jalen Waddle. Incomplete.
Has to be on.
Okay, ready.
Davis there on the coverage.
And probably not the last one they're going to see in
Let's
this
go
game.
now.
Not
Viking 18. Cowboy 80. Cougar 19. Warriors 70, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's in the end zone. Won't win the game, but they do get the score.